a city of angels with the palm trees. I see the lights, camera actions all around me. I'm trying to win now, they used to doubt me. I'm trying to win now, they used to doubt me. Cause I'm in LA with it, for the vibes. I got a Californian tee up on the ride. They ask me how I'm living right, yeah. Now is you with me cause there ain't no switching sides, yeah. Cause I'm in
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good day. John Lopez UK today, and today I'm reviewing the Redneck Sound Off nForce pack in FiveM. So let's get right into it. So obviously I'm dressed up as the BCSO, but the vehicles are going to be PD vehicles, but it doesn't really matter as I don't really care. Anyway, let me just get all the vehicles up and let me just showcase all of them and just give them my personal review. So this is the first vehicle in the pack. PD1 is the spawn code on this server. I don't know if that's the original spawn code or not, but we're gonna go with it. So PD1, it's the 2006 to 2010 2009 Dodge Charger pursuit package. I presume that from the interior. Yes, it is. So the interior is quite detailed on these vehicles, and let's just get right into the customization. So removing everything from the vehicle, very minimal lighting from standard. Obviously in the rear you've got the tail light flashes, you have the headlight flashes. I actually think no, yeah, just the tail light flashes, and then you have the rear traffic advisor in the back. So let's go over everything else. Extra one is the actual Sound Off nForce light bar itself. Love them, beautiful light bar, fully recommend it. So overall just great. After that you have a deck light, also from Sound Off Signal I believe, and then you have the another product from Sound Off Signal, I believe. This would be the visor light bar. It's pretty nice. And then after that, extra 4 are the grill lights up front. You have extra 5, which is a Westin Pit Elite push bar with Sound Off Signal in the front and 2 additional lights on the push bar itself. Extra 6 is the bottom half of the wraparound for the push bar. Certain departments will have this, as it helps a lot of other stuff and doesn't mess the whole car up during a pit maneuver. Right, so after that you've got extra 7, which is the full headlight wraparound for the Westin Pit Elite push bar. I'm trying to get this video done as quick as possible. Alright, so obviously up front you can see it just covers everything, protects the vehicle from anything. Obviously the game models will function differently than real life models, but these do a decent job of keeping the damage pretty minimal. Right, let's move on then to extra 8, which is the driver's side spotlight, one of the most important upgrades for a police car. Now this one is movable with 5, hold on a second, with 5 and 8 you can definitely move it in whatever direction you want, and it does light up with the high beam settings of the car. Right, actually let me keep that on the vehicle. Extra 9 will be the roof mounted antennas, extra 10 will be the boot mounted antennas, ALPR cameras, and then I'm uncertain of what extra 12 is going to be. I believe extra 12 would be a tow hitch for all the other vehicles, trucks, pickups, whatnot. But anyway, let's move on. Also liveries they include, on this one personally it's a marked livery, stealth livery, and then you have a unmarked livery. But that's only on this server. I'm not certain if you get those with the standard vehicles themselves. And also one other thing to cover with these vehicles is actually the fact that you can slightly customize them. So I will show you guys that right now by just doing, let's just do these. So in the mod menus there are these spoiler options, front bumper options, because this vehicle is obviously based off another model in the game. It's a thing called mesh slap, but obviously let me just show you guys something. With the spoiler you can actually get a spoiler that is fully functional and working on these cars, which does add to the vehicle's looks and whatnot, as you can sort of use these as, what are they called, recruiting vehicles, because certain police departments will purchase a police package version of the Chargers, deck them out with the push bar, deck them out with a spoiler in back, just for recruiting purposes. Obviously I would go for something simple like an all white, and then the front bumper you have a slight misalignment up front, so it doesn't look so good. Same with the rear bumper. Side skirts don't match either, exhausts don't even work. Now the roll cage does work, and actually another reason for doing this is quite simply, not this one doesn't work, but this one does work. So the extra 2, it does work on the roll cage. Now this is because certain departments will use the older Chargers as pit vehicles for evac testing and academy training. So obviously with the roll cage in place, you can obviously pit the vehicle as many times as you want without hurting the occupants inside the vehicle. After that, you've got the bonnet. Now here's one problem with this car. The entire underside of the vehicle, the rear bumper, the tires, the side skirts, the front bumper, it's all connected to the bonnet. So basically, if you crash the bonnet, everything falls off the car. This is what it looks like. It still moves, it still drives, and you can see everything working, but everything is connected to the bonnet. So if you do change the bonnet, which you wouldn't because it doesn't look right, first up, but if you do, it doesn't match the vehicle itself. Right, after that, left wing doesn't work. The engine upgrades, you can decide upon those yourselves. I'm just going to equip them. And then this server is nice enough to offer us custom wheels with certain vehicles. So now, in this case, there we go. We have a full recruitment vehicle. I can drive around recruiting people for the LSPD or the Traverse City Police Department. Right, anyway, let's move on to the next vehicle now that you understand all the things with these vehicles. Now this one I have slightly done a few modifications to. Tried to keep it tasteful, but then again I got slightly carried away. So let me just remove all this. Alright, let me just go over the customization here first actually, because the roll cage doesn't work on this model, nor does anything else, and then the front bumper does. So the first one is just a small splitter up front. You can barely even notice it, but it's there. And then after that you have a white splitter up front, and then you have this, which is the Forza splitter from the Forza Horizon series. And then after that, the spoiler, you can get a perfectly working small spoiler, obviously all the other ones as well, and they do have, well, stickers on them that would resemble stuff. So this is unique actually, because this right here is the control panel on the inside, so that's what's using this same texture, and then you have obviously all the switches on top. So now let me go over all the extras and all the customization, obviously, that you can do outside of stupid stuff. You have the sound off nForce light bar, love it. You have the deck light, love that. What else do we have? We have extra 3, which is the visor light bar, love it. Extra 4, which is the grill lights up front. Extra 5, which is Western Pit Elite. Western Pit Elite bottom part, and then you have the top mounted headlight covers. Spotlight, this, that, or you know, the roof covers and whatnot. And then you have extra 12, which is I believe a tow hitch for the other vehicles. So let's move on now to PD3. Same, okay, so this one has a slight strange texture, but I guarantee that's from the server owner making that mistake himself. Or actually, it could be me. I could just be messing around with so much at this point that the vehicle's just messed up. Oh, okay, well, I've fallen through the ground. Right. Let's ignore what just happened, and... Right. So, we're gonna grab the stand... Okay, well, the vehicle looks like it's covered in snow. So, the first one's the sound off nForce light bar up top. Then you have the deck light up here, and then after that, you have the roof-mounted visor light bar, grill lights, Western Pit Elite for the Tahoe. This one uses a really unique one. Full Western Pit Elite, and then the headlight covers for the Western Pit Elite. And then you have a spotlight, you have a roof-mounted antenna, ALPR cameras, and then I believe... Ooh, it's actually tow hitches already mounted. Alright, in that case, I'm not certain of what Extra 12 is. If it's an engine upgrade or whatnot, I do not know. Right, let's move on to the next vehicle, which is PD4, and I'm certain... Nope. Right, my character is still alive. Okay. So, PD4 is a 2014 Dodge Charger, and I absolutely love this because everything works. So, obviously, those are the options up there. The bumpers and whatnot, all of this stuff doesn't work. The roll cage does stick out on the roof, so it does not work either. Sound off nForce light bar, deck light, visor light bar, grill lights, Western Pit Elite, Western Pit Elite, Western Pit Elite headlight guards. Spotlight, extra 9 is the roof-mounted antennas, boot-mounted antennas, ALPR cameras, and then I don't know what extra 12 is. Right, let's move on to PD5. PD5 is the FPIU, 2016 FPIU, better known as My Car. I'm actually going to see if I can recreate my vehicle. No, I cannot. Also, the pack is good for retired police cars. Certain vehicles can do a black and white sort of look, if you want that. Right, let's go ahead. I need to get rid of that spoiler. The spoilers do not work on this as they are disconnected from the vehicle, so it looks odd. The bumpers you cannot modify. It works, but it's like it's slightly off-centered and it just looks wrong. Right, I don't care anymore. Sound off nForce light bar, deck light, visor light bar, grill lights, Western Pit Elite up front, Western Pit Elite, and then you have the full thing, and then you have the driver's side spotlight. You have this, you have that, you have the LPR cameras, and then extra 12. I'm uncertain of what they are, obviously. Let me just turn on all the lights just to show you. Oh, actually, that's what it is. Oh, okay, so extra 12 is a unique part of the nForce light bar that allows the front end to light up. Basically, it's like your floodlight settings, except you don't get alleys or anything else. But yeah, it is unique. I thought it was something to do with the light bar, but yeah, that's what it is. It lights up the entire area. And just to prove that's not the spotlight, this is the spotlight, which doesn't actually pivot around and do whatever. But yeah, that's what extra 12 is. I think I've actually rebuilt someone else's car here. And there we go. That's FPIU. That's just FPIU, right there. Full Western Pit Elite. All right, let's move on then to PD6, which is the F-150. I do not think the spoiler will work. No, it doesn't. And so does not the front button. Okay, yeah, those don't work. Those don't work. Bonnet won't work. Right. Roll cage will definitely not work. Right. I guess we're just doing the extras then. So extra 1 is the nForce light bar up top. I love these light bars. Deck light, visor light bar, grill lights. I'm actually going to show off this entire setup first. And then you have the Western Pit Elite, which is for the Tahoe. And then you have the full Western Pit Elite thing. Okay, I see. They needed extra 12 for an additional something for the bed. Alright, after that you have the spotlight. You have the roof mounted antennas. You have extra 9, which is actually a... I do not know what that is. I would say a bed cover, but it's way too high. And then after that you have extra 10, which is the... this thing back here, which... bed box, I think that's what it's called. Alright, let me just get rid of all this. Extra 11 is gonna be the... this setup, actually. Yeah, there isn't a traffic advisor until you put on extra 11. So, extra 11 is sort of your bed cover. And then after that, you have extra 12, which are the floodlights up front. Right. Now that we know that, let's move on to PD7. It's the Dodge Ram 2500. Yep. Heavy duty. Yep. Alright, so... extra 1, nForce light bar itself, extra 2. It's going to be set up the exact same way as the F-150. It's a deck light, visor light bar, grill lights. I'm going to show off this entire setup first. Alright, after that you have extra 5, which is the Western Pit Elite for the Tahoe. The full wraparounds for the, full HD wraparounds for the Western Pit Elite. Spotlight, roof antenna. Then you have the, whatever this is in the bed. Bed cover, and then you can obviously get extra 11, which comes with the traffic advisor in the rear, and then you have extra 12, which is a full floodlight. I actually do not think extra 12 will function without, yes, it requires the, yeah, it requires that to function. So, let's move on to PD8, which is the 2018 Dodge Charger. Gotta love these. There is a slight texture problem with the wheels, but obviously thanks to the owner of the server actually deciding upon this, he has come out and given us so much more. So I will go to, I forgot what setting it was in. Couldn't have been here. Oh no, that's a yeah, that's a Dodge Charger wheel. That's a civilian one, but I'll use it. Right, extra 1, extra 2, extra 3, extra 4, extra 5. Let's just do this one first. So obviously this is the full setup without the Western Pit Elite. Western Pit Elite up front with this. Actually, black. And then let's just change delivery, yeah. Nightmare Pursuit right here. Alright. Nightmare V8, I think that's what his Instagram is. But yeah, basically built a car that looks like that. Right. After that, we have the wraparounds, full HD wraparounds. I actually like the fact that the charger wraps around the headlight in a unique format. But anyway, you've got the spotlight, you have this, roof-mounted antennas, boot-mounted antennas, you have the ALPR cameras, and then you have extra 12, which is a full floodlight. Only works when the light bar is active, but it's a great detail. Right, let's move on to PD9. So obviously PD9 is all of this. I'm gonna grab this. Right, so first up, the server just went completely dark. I don't know why, but that is a slight problem with most of these vehicles because I'm using NVE. So this is what the vehicle looks like without the push bar up front. All good. Alright, so this is what the full HD wraparounds in the Western Pit Elite, you know, the Tahoe setup. Everyone knows the Tahoe setup. And then you got full with the spotlight. I find it odd how you can't... The spotlight moves, but it doesn't actually move. That's strange to me. Right, extra 9, extra 8. They're all antennas or ALPR cameras. And then you have the floodlights up top. Right, let's move on to... What's the last vehicle? PD10. Yes, this is the Ford Police Interceptor sedan. Obviously, people would say it's the Taurus. It's not the Taurus. I will correct you on that if you comment down below. But, nForce light bar, this, that, this. Western Pit Elite up front, the full wraparounds. I don't personally like these wraparounds. The fact that it bends upwards. I don't like it personally, but some people prefer it. And then you have these, obviously, and then you have spotlights, antennas, everything else. And let me just show you the full light setup without the floodlights active. It's a pretty good setup, honestly, with the spotlight on and everything. And then you have the full floodlights that just illuminate darkness, which is great. Anyway, that is the end of the video, because that is the end of the pack. It's a 10 vehicle car pack. I forgot the price of it, but I reckon it's pretty high of a price for a car pack like this. They're actually pretty good cars. I would recommend it. Oh, that is one last thing I didn't notice. So when you hit the brakes on these vehicles, actually, turn all the lights off. The what is it? The nForce light bar would actually light up as well to gain more visibility in case you're in a pursuit. And yeah, you can see it in the blue area. It lights up red as well. Yes, that is a really unique detail. Do like that itself. Anyway, that is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you all next time. Peace. Now I was gonna crash into the ocean, but peace.